you doing, Paul?
You're going to deflate your tyres to get a bit better conditions for going down a four-wheel drive track. So that's not the pressure of the tyres. This is the pressure of the tyres.
Well, I'm here in my brand new second-hand X5 E70 down at Deep Creek at Blowhole Beach, and we're just letting a bit of pressure out of the tyres before we go down the track to Blowhole Beach. It's a four-wheel drive access only, so we're going to see how good an X5 is on a track like this. And across the water you can see Kangaroo Island, and it's a lovely beach down there. I've only been down in here in summer, so it's blowing a gale and freezing here today. You can just see Kangaroo Island over there in the cloud. It's really well covered with fog at the moment. In fact, you can hardly see it at all. There's a bit over there. Really foggy over on the island. Paul's busy letting air out of the tyres at the moment. So he's got his air compressor here, and that means when we come back up the track we can put air back in the tyres so we can drive safely over the road again. But for now, going down to 22 psi. We're walking down the four-wheel drive track to Blowhole Beach, just doing a bit of a sighting walk to see if the conditions okay to drive down. This track is recommended for full-time four-wheel drive vehicles rather than all-wheel drive, but we know we can do it in an all-wheel drive because Paul's done it in his X-Trail a number of times. So we've let some air out of the tyres on the X5
down to 22 psi.
22 psi, and we're just having a quick look to see if there's, because we had a lot of rain over the last couple of days, see if there's any really boggy sections or any washouts that would mean it's a lot more difficult to navigate. So far it seems to be alright. The surface seems to be pretty firm. There's a fair bit of rock that's holding it all together, and not too much washout or big ruts in the road, so I think it should be okay. We'll give it a go at the top and see how it manages it. If it looks really bad, then we won't go all the way, but I think at this stage we should be okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth having a go. The challenge is if we come to a spot where we're going to have a very tricky section, there's not actually a place to do a U-turn. There is, at the bottom of the steep descent, there is paddocks on both sides, open area, but it's just getting past the bit that it's got the largest rocks and the steepest area. But
I think we should
have
be
confidence
right on the
in
way
the
down.
X5. Yeah,
Getting up would be more challenging.
yeah, because it's a bit
slipperiness.
slippery. Yeah. Oh, well, we've got someone to push us out if we ever get stuck. Good old missing patrol.
That's a big beast.
See the Barbie on the front?
A Barbie?
Yeah, that's a Barbie doll.
What is it?
So here we have some deliberately placed rocks to let the two-wheel drive vehicle owners know they shouldn't even attempt to go further down the track. So they've been placed to give you an idea if your ground clearance is sufficient, and yeah, just we'll separate the boys from the men, really.
Well, you really notice how windy it is up here, but I was just looking at that full drive that went down, and he's got a lot more ground clearance, but when you look at this, it's actually not too bad. So I think we'll be fine for getting over those rocks, and it's just going to be how good it is on the actual trail, I think. Well, let's give it a go.
Here we are going over the test section. Not hearing any scrapes yet, which is a good thing.
Alright, first bit done.
Nice. as said, down in the distance, Kangaroo Island enshrouded by cloud, but thankfully the sky has cleared up here, so
It's a lot nicer day than it was when we left.
definitely. And interestingly, I looked on the BOM website, and this area had only 0.4 of a millimetre of rain compared to 9 to 10 to 12 millimetres in the greater Adelaide area.
Alright, so I've got hill descent on now.
Okay, right.
So as you can see, if you point the camera down, I'm not using my brake. And we're just rolling down at just over 10 kilometres an hour. That's holding it in place, so that's really good. That's what you want.
Very nice, very smooth.
How's it compared to your X-Trail, do you think?
Yeah, very similar. So we're going to come to some more challenging sections, but it's very happy how it didn't hear one scrape going over that test section.
Yeah.
Here we are, we've just finished the steepest section and we're coming to some more rocky parts. So far, so good. X5 is holding up beautifully. Look at that beautiful coastline over there. Just magnificent. God's creation.
Had hill descent on all the way down, which has held us at 10 kilometres an hour. A couple of times I've used the brake pedal, but so far so good. It's obviously moving around a lot because that's the type of terrain we're on, but it hasn't bottomed out. It's been controlled all the way.
Yeah, very smooth.
Made it down the track. Went quite well actually. It never bottomed out. Had it in hill descent mode all the way, so it held its speed at 10 kilometres an hour even down the really steep section of the hill there. It's pretty rocky and it moves around a lot, but that's what you'd expect, and it handled it really well. It's very capable, it's controlled. No point of time did I feel like I was in any danger. Some of the ruts and grooves in the track here. Definitely having the tyre pressure down to 22 I think has helped it. So still got to get down to the bottom there where the beach is. There's another four-wheel drive making its way down there at the moment, so we'll go catch him up. Nearly at the bottom now. The beach is just down there. There's only one car down there. It's the car that went past us before the patrol. No one else here today. What a beautiful spot. Kangaroo Island over there. All taking photos there. Pretty impressed with the way the car came down the hill actually. It's I didn't know what to expect, and I think I'm happier than I thought I would be.
Yeah, it's not presented any issues at all. Really pretty much all the way down. Okay.
Nice and dirty, which is what every off-road car should look like.
Blowhole Beach Road, and the X5 has handled it admirably. Just picked a nice line through a really tricky section, and Andrew's done really well, the car's done well. Haven't had too much traffic either, have we, Andrew?
Just that one patrol. I must say though, his is very well kitted out for this sort of terrain.
And we're very thankful to God for the weather today. Beautiful, crisp winter day, windy, cold, but great to have the green around.
Well, the only time I've been down here is in summer, and it's totally different. Well, your seatbelt's not on, Paul.
I shall remedy that. And here we are coming up to the steepest section of the Blowhole Beach Road. Little bit of stuttering of the wheels occasionally, which is fine. Good job, Andrew.
Definitely a high concentration part here.
The beautiful view below, which Andrew's not going to turn around and what, because he needs to be fully concentrated on the road ahead. Good job.
Yep, it's a steep road, this one. Steep and slippery, lots of rocks. Car's handling it alright though. I don't feel like it's going to get stuck or anything. It's probably the trickiest part going up so far.
That momentum up, which is great. No warning signs on the car.
Oh, that cloud's really lifted now. Couldn't see a thing before.
No. So we're inflating from 22 back up to 36 to make sure we've got sufficient air for the highway drive home. Actually inflates quicker than it deflates.